You wanted this info in? Just trying to help us out here. Make sure we hit record so it doesn't.
God, there's just days where I hate him more than anything else in the world. Today is one of those days.
Good.
Really pushing those buttons.
Those
Good.
producer
This
buttons.
Is what,
I
this
hate
is
them.
what I want to do.
I feel like it's early lines all over again. He's producer Bill.
Just
He's
what a
just in the
cunty
fucking
little voice. Rich, you want to hit record?
Yeah.
I didn't sound like that.
You did. You just can't hear yourself.
At least it got Ray smiling. I feel like that was a rough entrance into the show for you tonight, Raymond.
Well, I grabbed Kelly's computer too, and she doesn't update anything. So as soon as I turned it on, it was like update 400 things. I was like, fuck this.
Look, we do this show before our love of sports, but also so we can release some tension, laugh, and really
therapy.
Enjoy ourselves. So get yourself in that frame of mind. When we get to the sports, there's going to be some aggravating things to talk about. You can kind of let the frustrations out at that point in time. How's that sound?
That sounds great. And I'm just gonna keep pounding these doubles.
Okay. That's
nice.
That sounds like a plan. And let's double our way into the show. That didn't make sense. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show, May 14th. Friday headlines, May 14th. Welcome to the show.
I did enjoy, however, when she said she got 3 bags in the hole or something like that. Bill and I were just dying laughing, and Rich was just shaking his head like, you fucking idiots.
I was gonna slam a joke in there real quick, but I
think we both had the same joke in our head. So.
Oh yeah.
No, I set that up. I set with nothing but holes or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. She's like, yeah, 3 holes.
Well, that's what I was like. That's what I live my life by. And then she went 3 holes. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't go another one of those.
We told him off the top that using the word cornhole a lot in the interview was going to be rough.
Yeah.
We are talking about our interview with Whitney and Michelle, co-founders of Girls Throw 2, a cornhole community for girls and women beginners in the ever-growing sport of cornhole. Check that out next Thursday. Before we do that, White Birch Brewing is always our beer of choice. Ray is getting into the double now to ease his tensions after computer issues at the beginning of the night. Calm, cool, collected. That is not what Ray was about 15 seconds ago. But now he is, thanks to White Birch Brewing down in Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Get down to the tap room. Get yourself a flight. Their social media. Check out their social media. They've been putting out a colorful rainbow of flights recently. Looks delicious. Get yourself some pints. They might have hats back in stock, depending on if Bill's there or not. Get some for you and your buddies. And if you see them in the store, get yourself a 4-pack, get yourself 6-packs. Wherever you get it, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. And in addition, what you always need to do when drinking responsibly is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And tonight we're drinking Liquid Death water. Ray, can we have a on-screen taste test? Give us your immediate response.
Delicious.
Liquid.
Oh, it's actually really good. I don't drink sparkling water. This is very good.
Of course it's good. It's straight from the Alps, baby.
Straight from the fucking Austrian Alps, baby.
Straight from the Alps. And if you go to their website, which is liquiddeath.com, it's all about, like, the name is all built in. So it's a death to plastic. They use aluminum cans. They give you all the statistics on how much plastic is fucking over the world, and they're trying to be part of eliminating that. A death to your quenching your thirst. It's a death to your thirst because the water is so good. It's so crisp. It's so clean.
So fresh and so clean.
And so clean. Let me tell you where to get it. It's available online at liquiddeath.com. It's available nationwide, Whole Foods Market, 7-Eleven, and Sprouts Farmers Market. I don't know what that is. Do you guys
also Amazon.com. If you go order on Amazon.com, it gets shipped right to your door. And if you go on liquiddeath.com and order yourself your first 12-pack, you can get 8 free koozies.
Bingo, bango. Everyone likes a free koozie. You got to enter in Simple Minds. You said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Use the code Simple Minds. Cool, really cool company. Really awesome, great water, which is weird to say because I know that we're old enough where we grew up where bottled water was not quite a thing yet. Like water was just water. It's just what you got. But it is becoming a commodity, and it's just going to continue to get more of a commodity. So do Liquid Death.
Cool can,
give
too.
you some more stats.
Yeah, it looks like a cool can.
No.
They're donating 10% of the profits for every can sold to nonprofits to help kill plastic pollution. Aluminum is infinitely recyclable. Wow, that's a hard word. Where plastic is no longer profitable to recycle and often end up in landfills. And there's like 4 documentaries on Netflix right now about plastic in the ocean destroying everything. The average aluminum can contains 70% recycled material. The average plastic bottle contains 3. Ray gave you the special offer. Go to their website, let me make sure I get this right. liquiddeath.com. Simple Minds. You get some free koozies. And order it up. You will not be disappointed. Liquid Death water.
Sparkling water is awesome. The only thing I wish is they didn't steal my name because every time I call his mom, I call her Liquid Death. I should have trademarked that shit a long time ago.
I just did 7 minutes of sponsorship reads. The trash can was sitting there with a one-liner the whole fucking time.
I didn't want to cut you off, but I was thinking about that.
Yeah, all I can say is that was a wasted opportunity, Bill.
Ooh, that was good.
You're an idea, man. You can't let those go by for nothing.
I did. Shit.
Hey,
I should have cut you off. I didn't want to get yelled at for cutting off a sponsorship.
You could have got a clean $100 for that. Oh wow. Okay. Woo.
Welcome to the show.
Okay.
Whoo.
Ray's happy now. We got him happy. We got him laughing. We got him smiling. We brought him back to life.
Brought tears to my eyes, man. That was good.
We brought him back to life. Okay.
That was a layup. I'll leave that one alone.
Bill is firing all cylinders tonight. Speaking of firing all cylinders, the Bruins and Capitals kickoff Saturday night, 7:30, primetime Saturday night. Playoff hockey. Playoffs are back. Playoffs are officially back. Ben,
rock hard just thinking about it.
I mean, I'm talking about, obviously generally playoffs and everything. The Red Sox didn't make the playoffs, so in the bubble ended in October. So this has been a good 7 months without playoff sports. And we don't count the NFL because the Patriots were such an abysmal goddamn fucking product this year. So that was just a disappointment, unless you were a Brady fan. And if you weren't, whew, what a pill to swallow.
God, we'll get into it a little later.
We'll get there.
Fuck
First,
him.
And his fucking
Can we start it now? Can we just start it now?
Fine. Tom Brady
All right.
Senior went on the radio, cold called Zolak and Bertrand today.
Wasn't invited. He
I don't know if you heard me say cold called Zolak and Bertrand.
I don't know what
today.
that fucking means.
Okay. To basically just shit in the mouths of Patriots fans like a little. This guy has had a vendetta out for Belichick for years. He's been spouting.
Dude, he
his
said
mouth
in
off for
2011.
years. Man, like
Brady,
he is just he's just on such a goddamn high horse. There's a level of me that respects it for how big of a trolling asshole he is, and then from a very core level, I hate him with everything that I can muster.
For sure.
Eyes that old man.
Brady plays off his old man. All that shit that is coming from the old man, that's coming from Brady.
Yeah, it's the other way. The old man plays off Brady. The old man is a mouthpiece for Brady's inner thoughts.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
That Brady can't say in the media because he can get in trouble for.
Rich, right. What was his exact quote? Easy win. We're going to steamroll Patriots. Be 4-0. What was the exact quote?
He said, "We're just looking forward. We're looking forward to the season starting another run for a Super Bowl. New England, we're gonna. I think he said New England, we're going to beat them pretty handily.
That's what
he said. When I saw Week 4, the Patriots, I started salivating from the mouth because I really want to get up there, play New England. And he says, yeah, and it's our Super Bowl run, and I can't wait to leave New England with a 4-0 record.
Cool. I've seen.
Fuck you, old man. I hope you have a fucking heart attack, you piece of shit. I fucked it. Brady's are dead to us. This just makes it even worse. If you guys are a Tom Brady fan and a Buccaneers fan, then fuck you. Don't ever come back when we get back to our winning ways and we're fucking going to host the Lombardi Trophy. Fuck these Buccaneer Patriot bobos. I fucking hate them all. I hate the Bradys. I hope he gets enough chapstick and tissues because Tommy's not going to win Week 4, motherfucker. And you better be kissing his ass and fucking wiping his tears away because Belichick's going to make him his little bitch.
No, I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm not taking the Bucks.
All right,
We'll
so
get to the schedule. We'll circle back to the schedule. We got the Tom Brady Senior hate out of the way. I don't think it can be summed up any better than that. That was on par with the Ray.
I had a couple
rant.
jokes. I couldn't even get him in because Ray just.
No, he went.
So I stopped.
Sorry.
I was like, "Oh, I got a good one here." Nope, I'm gonna
That
quiet.
was
I'm gonna let him rant.
I heard red. I saw red when I fucking
dude.
heard that this morning. I was like, "You motherfuckers!"
You're very salty tonight.
I'm not actually.
No, he has Hewlett Packard hate in his balls because of his fucking computer issues earlier.
If we ever make it big and Hewlett Packard wants to sponsor us,
well, that's the only thing in his balls. So I mean, he's got
blacklisted. Bruins Capitals better have some balls. I'm on the segue tonight. God, Billy fucking rambles. I swear to God, I know. I'm just gonna hover over the mute button for Bill. Bruins versus Capitals. I sent you guys a bunch of goddamn statistics that I don't know any of them. Corsi is the only one that I've even heard of, and I barely understand that. But let me get to the point. Bruins are favored to win. They're minus 30, 130. I'm sorry. Capitals are plus 105 last time I checked. That's what Vegas has them as. And this is from The Athletic, and I forget the exact. This is from The Athletic. And they put a shit ton of data out there that basically gives the Bruins a 64% chance to win this series. They have the stats that I sent you. They do the Corsi over the season and the Corsi over the last 20 games and head-to-head. The Bruins win them all by a pretty decent margin. In the season, their Corsi is 5 points higher. The Bruins is over the Caps. The last 20 games, it's been 4 points higher. And for the season, it's 5 points higher. The defense is the same, pretty much for the two teams. And then you get into player, and the article itself just raves about the Bruins' top-end talent, and that basically not only the Capitals don't touch them, nobody in the NHL touches their top six fucking Corsi rating, which, again, I barely understand.
I hate that. That's a nerd stats that baseball does with the WAR, all that shit, defensive outfields, all this fucking sabermetrics bullshit. That's what the Corsi is to me.
Yeah, but the NHL's been using it for a while, and it's pretty. I mean, the history of it has been pretty accurate. Like, I don't know what the fuck it means, and I'm not going to get into the details of it, but just on a broader scale, things that the email I sent you, like, you just kind of look down, and it very easily says who has a higher Corsi, who has a lower Corsi, and all these different statistics. The Bruins are winning basically 2/3 of those. So if you want to feel good going into this series against a longtime rival in the Caps who have had your number before, you can feel good. The Bruins have had the Capitals number this year, and just from a statistical standpoint, the Bruins have a rather large edge, according to the Athletic article I read.
And it's also nice that you color-coded this. The thing you sent over made it really easy for me to read.
I can't take credit for that. I just copied it.
Also,
I knew you'd like it.
I know you're guys are gonna call me an idiot, but when I read the email at first too, it said our new partner, PointsBet Sportsbook, and I'm like, oh shit, we got another sponsor. And then I realized you just copied and pasted from a website.
Yeah, that was the
Simple Minds.
What do you call it in the Hotbed? The icon guide. That was
icon
menu.
Icon menu. Yeah, that was just showing you where the information was coming from, Ray. Bill, special teams, are they going to be a big part in this series? The Capitals are excellent at them. The Bruins used to be excellent at them. Now they've struggled this year, but their 5-on-5 numbers are better. But the Caps are certainly one of the best, if not the best, in the league. Is that something that could drown the Bruins?
Yeah, you got to stay out of the penalty box for sure. I mean, that's a huge thing. You know, Bruins, you're I think you're number 1 or number 2 in penalty kill. I think you're number 2 right now. I mean, so you look at the series that you played in 8 games with the Capitals, you're in the box 4, 5, 6 times a game. You got to get away. You got to get up in there. You know, you look at a guy like Tom Wilson, he's chippy. You know, he's going to cross the line a little bit, and he's going to wait for that reaction. And those reactions and all that shit are what's causing penalties. Special teams going to be very important because the Bruins have a knack for not, taking penalties. That's huge. Bruins special team.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
I just want to touch on the Wilson thing that you brought it up. Do you think that the NHL is going to put an emphasis on keeping him wrapped up pretty early?
Not in the playoffs.
Everything goes to playoffs.
Yeah,
let them play.
I don't agree with that. I don't think that they're gonna. I think that they're gonna monitor him pretty quick, and they're gonna be pretty quick to shell out a penalty on Tom Wilson if he is anywhere close to borderline, just to send a message. I'm not saying that'll happen the whole series. I don't think they're gonna corral him per se, but I think after what happened with the Rangers, I think that they would be smart and probably want to send a pretty clear message to the Caps and Tom Wilson that because if it's a 7-game series, by game 7, if you let that escalate in hockey play, like there's going to be fucking massacres.
Well, maybe by next Wednesday, Friday, when the Bruins play at home, they might have a little, have them by the coattails and be like, hey, if you do anything stupid, you're gone, because obviously you're the away team. So therefore the refs will be all over them. But other than that, I think the first 2 games, I think it's going to be no holds barred. It's going to be fucking big hits. It's going to be it's going to be chippy. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for fucking Saturday.
Who's the biggest question mark on the Bruins team going into this? I'll give you 3 options. David Pastrnak,
Tuukka Rask,
or Taylor Hall.
Tuukka Rask.
Go on.
Game 7 against the Blues, and last year leaving because his wife was getting fucked by the pool boy. Boom.
We know the fucking history of Tuukka Rask. Why is he a question mark this year? Why is he the biggest question mark this year? And let me just give you the other 2, seeing as the answer's already been made. Taylor Hall is coming off 10 years of disappointment. And he's had 1 month of really, really good play. And the arrow is certainly pointing up. But his track record is heavily on an underachieving player. David Pastrnak in the playoffs is the same thing. He's a point-a-game player. I know, Bill. How many points did he rack up against shitty teams? How many points did he get against the Blues? So those 2 players have something to prove. And I would even throw Marchand on there as a playoff performer compared to what he's done in the regular season.
I would not.
Compared to what Marchand has done in the regular season compared to what he's done in the playoffs last year, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say
I don't agree with that.
He has not been the same he has not been the same player. He has not been the same player in the playoffs.
The past 2 years, but may I interrupt because I know you're going to have a very better statement than I do. But the past 2 years, when we played St. Louis and when we played in the bubble last year, the perfection line, they always disappeared, and we never had the 2, 3, 4 lines that could make up for the difference. And that's why I think we lost to Tampa Bay. And Bill always said, Tampa Bay had 4 strong lines. We never did. We only had 1 real strong line, and they emphasized that and they took care of that. And you didn't see those guys. Pastrnak, Bergeron, and Marchand were all missing in action last year in the bubble.
Well, the problem with you shouldn't see that this year, because if you think about it, you talk about rolling 4 lines with Tampa. Bruins couldn't do that. You're only rolling out 1 line. You're seeing the best defensive line you could see. You're seeing the best defensive pairing you're going to see. You're going to shut them down. The St. Louis series, you look at Bruins swept Carolina to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Brad Marchand injured his wrist before that finals. You heard it in the team scrimmage. He had surgery later on in the offseason. I mean, that was an issue. But if you look at his track record, 2012, 2011, 2013, I mean, he's excelled in the playoffs. You look at the bubble last year.
Bill, but I'm sorry, that's wrong. 2011, he was very good in a breakout season. There's been multiple years in the playoffs where he has.
Yeah, but you talk like last year, he had 8 goals.
Yeah, last year he was good. And the year before in the Stanley Cup run, he was pretty good too. That Blues
11,
team,
he had 2 goals in the fucking Stanley Cup game 7 against Vancouver.
Well, that was 10 years ago. There's been a lot of playoff games since then. And in that St. Louis series, that perfection line essentially got taken out for exactly what you're saying. They focused everything on him, but that doesn't change the fact that they got shut out. It doesn't change the fact that I still think, look, I love Marchand. He's their best player. He might be the best 2-way forward in the game right now. And if that's your title, then you have to be dominant in the playoffs as well. And I think that it's a stretch to say that Brad Marchand has been dominant in the playoffs in his career. I think that's a stretch. He's been good. He's been a lot better the last several years.
I didn't say dominant. I said good.
And I expect that to happen this year. I expect him to be an impactful player. I think that there's some pressure on him to do that. And fucking Pastrnak, forget it. Absolutely, there's pressure on him. But yeah, Tuukka's probably the right answer. Go ahead.
Tuukka Rask, really quick, Bill. Tuukka Rask, games 1, 2, 3. He has a winning record. Games 3, 4, 5. He has a slightly winning record. I think he has like 2 more wins, and then games 6 and 7, losing record. He falls apart when it's a game clinching time, and that's what's big. We're not going to be blowing out these teams. We're not going to be sweeping series. So Tuukka Rask has to go into these game 6s, game 7s, and have total pressure on him and come out with a win. And I don't know if he can do it this year.
If you have a slightly winning record, is that still a winning record, Rich?
It's a winning record, but he got it wrong. Game 7, he's 3-3. Game 5, 6.
It's a losing record.
He has a losing record. Yep. And 1 through 4, he has a pretty dominant winning record, actually. Yeah. Look, Tuukka's track record and legacy is set in stone unless he wins a cup. That he's the best goalie the Bruins have ever had, one of the best in his generation, but has a track record of falling short when it matters most. Undeniable. So once again, I'll ask you, Bill, in 2021, what are we most concerned about Tuukka Rask? Is it that getting to a Game 7, or is it a broader area of concern?
Broader area of concern. He played 25 games this year. He played under 50% of the season. He has a major back injury. Let's not discount that. There's question marks all around. You mentioned in our last headline, Joan, Rich, he didn't look great. He doesn't look locked in. That's a problem. And we just talked about the short leash of Tuukka. How can he not be the right answer if we talked 2 shows ago about pulling him after fucking game 1 if they lose? Right? So that's the biggest question mark for me. If you have a back injury as a fucking goalie, and a goalie that sits on his knees, let's be real, he's a butterfly goalie. You're moving that fucking back everywhere you go as a butterfly goalie. That's a big problem. I don't trust him to be healthy in the playoffs, especially if you make a long run. I like to hope that he's fresh, only playing 25 games, but back injuries are a major concern for me, especially as a pro athlete. We've seen Larry Bird fucking end his career early with back injuries. Not comparing him to Larry Bird, but it's the same thing. The guy's 34 years old. He's got a back injury. He's probably never going to be 100%. He's going to gut it through. So if we're talking about the short leash, it's definitely Tuukka Rask. It's the biggest question mark going in the playoffs.
My biggest concern with Tuukka Rask, I actually kind of compare him to the Cam Newton situation right now, is if he is good to slightly good and the Bruins win,
yep,
when does that bottom fall out? And when do you pull that trigger? Right? The back injury might be their best out. If he gets a flare, I have no doubt that we're going to see Jeremy Swayman in the playoffs, especially if they get past the first round. I think that's undeniable.
I agree.
Just because of the injury. Yep. It's not
every other game, every other day games too. That can't. I don't mean to cut you off, but that can't be discredited either. You're playing literally this series every other night, and if you're coming off a back injury, you kind of see he didn't play a lot of back-to-back games coming back from the injury.
I don't think he played any. Right? He didn't play any back-to-back games.
So now you're talking. We talked about keeping him fresh and ramping him up before the playoffs. Now you're really fucking ramped up. You don't have time to, the whole season's been like this, but you don't have time to dwell on a shitty situation or dwell on a good win. You've got to go right back at it. And if your back's a problem, you saw him come back in March. He played 21 minutes, and got it pulled right away and not missed another month. Right. So, that's a major issue. I don't trust back injuries long term, especially in a grind like the NHL playoffs. You look at the sports world in a whole, the playoffs, the NHL is the most the grueling grind. Right. They literally play every other day. You look at basketball, they play every 3 days. So with a coming back with back injury, that it scares the shit out of me.
The back injury for Tuukka comes in for me if it is minor and he's playing through it and he's not 100%. That's it. Because I think
I'll give him more credit.
I think Swayman is better than Tuukka Rask right now. If Tuukka Rask is at below 85%, I think that Swayman is just a better goalie right now than Tuukka Rask at 85%. Tuukka Rask needs to be 100% for them to win a Stanley Cup. I think Swayman, the way he's playing and the way that young goalies can energize teams, you might have a flash in the pan. You might have lightning in a bottle, whatever cliche you want to use. That's been talk around town. So yeah, to answer the question, Tuukka Rask is the answer. Just because he's played so little, he's got the back injury and he's got the pooping the pants history. So we shall see. And the Caps are no slouch. They're going to score some goals. So we shall see how that works out. Quickly, let's just do this. The Celtics are tanking. They sat Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart. The other night, they lost to the Cavs. The corpse of Kevin Love dropped 30 on him.
11-game losing streak they had, too, going into that game, the Cavs.
Lost 16 out of 18 as well.
You guys have been calling that for them. So here's what I don't want from you. I don't want to piggyback on how bad the Celtics are because you guys have been calling for this. Bill has been doing it for about a month. Ray has been doing it for a couple of weeks. This should make you happy. This should make you happy that they are blowing games and giving away games to the lowly Cavs. The next time I hear someone say they lost a game to the shitty Cavs, or the shitty or Magic, or shitty this, they're shitty. They've adapted the shitty role.
They are now
They're
the
tanking.
shitty team. Yeah.
They are one of the shitty teams. Someone on Twitter said it great. They said the Celtics are the worst nightmare for any tanking team because they're tanking worse. And that's the goal.
That's a great quote.
So it's like, they have a chance to get maybe into the 12th position in the lottery. And obviously the lottery can end up wherever you are. It's probably more likely they land at the bottom at 14, just based on the standings the way they are. But there's no doubt that they are tanking. So let's just quickly, Danny Ainge went on Toucher and Rich today, had some comments. Number one, Brad Stevens is not going anywhere. Number two, I think Danny Ainge is just exhausted. I think this season exhausted him, and we can't let them slip on the excuses of the injuries and COVID and everything else because they underachieved so poorly. But it was a factor, and I think Danny Ainge just was like, after every turn this team made, something happened or they quit or whatever. He probably put his hands in his head more times than we could count. He's probably drank a fucking pint of whiskey a night. Like, I just think he's spent. I think they all want the season to end, start fresh in the offseason. I'll just say this, Ray. If Marcus Smart, who I think is the bottom of what you can do, is trading Marcus Smart is just the least that you can do to make a big change, quote unquote, big change. It's not going to be Brad. It's not going to be Danny. If he's not traded in the offseason, I'm out in the Celtics next year.
Agreed. Yeah, we know that Danny's not going anywhere. Like I said in that text exchange the other day, I don't think, I think they get another pass till next year. I think 2022, at the end of 2022, you're going to see, like, if they play like this, then there's going to be changes made. But, Marcus Smart has, warmed out his welcome. It's time for him to go. He thinks he's more than really what he is. He thinks he's the superstar of this team. He's not. He's just a problem. He's the cancer of this locker room, and I don't think the Jays really appreciate him. You might disagree with that, but I think it's one of those things.
No, I 100% agree too. Because
right.
Like you heard Perkins come out and say they're sick and tired of listening to him. There's
well,
the locker room.
Jalen had a fucking fist fight almost the other last year.
I think that's Smart's one of the biggest reasons Jaylen Brown said, "Fuck it, I'm getting surgery." And I'll tell you why. I mean, you heard rumor. Things came out today that said he probably could have played through it. If this was a better team. You're top 4 seed. He might have played
shooting. Yeah, it's not a shooting hand. So
he probably would have played through it. But I think when you're a middling team like the Celtics are right now, and you're listening to Marcus Smart be a fucking bitch in the locker room, I mean, you got to take into consideration, Kendrick Perkins' comments about that.
Oh shit, yeah.
If
he
you look
said
at
what we've been saying for over a year. Marcus Smart is a blowhard. He's a fake tough guy. He's not the heart and soul of the Boston Celtics. He's just the longest tenured guy, so he's given that title because he's been there the longest, and he hustles sometimes. They're so
make the defensive plays.
Done with his shit. And this is what I've been saying this about the Boston Celtics for about a year too. They're only going to go as far as Tatum goes. This team was handed over to the Jays this year. They need to trade Marcus Smart to take even one step further to firmly give the keys to the Jays. Ray's been saying it, bring them into the front office, give them what they want, make them happy. I don't think that they hate Marcus Smart. I don't think they hate Brad Stevens. I don't think there's any real strong animosity on that team. They just don't play for each other. They just don't necessarily like each other. It's like the Red Sox in the 90s. Yeah. 9 different players, 9 different Cavs.
25 Cavs.
Yeah,
20,
I think if you trade,
I think if you trade a few people or lose a few people, you'll hear the dirt. You'll hear oh fuck him. If Marcus Smart does get traded, hopefully by the love of God next year, they'll have rumors coming out. Scal will start leaking shit. Oh, he has to. He has to be the first one gone.
Danny won't do it.
I think Danny knows his job's on the line. If he doesn't get the roster that Brad needs to work with, that his job's on the line next year.
I completely and utterly disagree with that because Wick's a fan and he's a Danny Ainge fanboy. Brad Stevens, Danny Ainge get a free pass forever in this town because they're employed by Wick Grossbeck.
I agree that he's a fanboy, but also I think he's a fan of money. And if you don't have people filling the seats because you have a bad product, then
Are you kidding? They're still going to fill the fucking seats.
They'll fill them out. It's about Tatum. In a year from Brad Stevens does not have a hall pass. Brad Stevens will be fired at the middle of next season if they have the same type of season. By the All-Star break, Brad will be let go if they have the same type of season. Danny
Why?
won't.
Because as soon as he gets let go, he's going to be the most sought after fucking coach in the league, guys.
I know, but that's what happens in the NBA. That's what you have to do.
So fucking bullshit.
I agree. Danny does have a long leash, but he might relinquish that before Wick fires him. I think that's actually a more realistic situation.
Keeps banging all his sister wives. He might not have a heart to keep running the Celtics.
I'm surprised you haven't moved to Utah yet, Bill.
I don't want
Seems like
sister
you're,
wives.
Seems like you're a cup of tea. All right, we're running late before we get to schedule day. Hot Passport. Hot Passport, you've heard us talk about it. It's what you need for the summer. You get it in hand like we have here, or you get it digitally. This is the New York version. If you're in the Northeast, that's what you want. Or if you're all the way in Wisconsin, check the icon menu.
And when you buy it, go to the back and see Wisconsin and be like, oh, he's not that dumb.
And when you buy it, go to joinhotpassport.com, enter the word simple in the coupon code, get $5 off. So it's not $25, it's just $20. That means 6 pints this year at some of your favorite brewers, 50 plus of them in here. You get your money back. You're actually making money on the deal. Joinhoppassport.com, enter the word simple in the coupon code for your $5 coupon.
Dude, hold on, this shit goes to Arizona.
See?
Bill, stop ruining the joke.
See? Thanks, Bill. Welcome to the team.
Bill can go visit his loser's city and borrow some wife beaters from Ray. And
I got plenty. Different colors too. Different colors, Bill. Whatever you need.
Gray's good. It hides the sweat. Schedule day, Ray. Yay. Hercules,
fuck you guys. Fuck both of you, because both of you were texting me all day yesterday, leaking out information and ruined my fucking prime time event.
Did we or did we not call it and say by lunchtime on Wednesday we would know the fucking schedule and I don't have to waste 2 hours of my fucking life watching? It got leaked the night
Twitter
before.
NFL Confidential.
Boom.
Here it is. And it was absolutely right. Okay. We don't have to spend too much time on this, but we'll run through every game. We'll get our real early predictions like everybody does. But before that, obviously the big one, Brady back in Gillette week 4. We went over Brady Senior's comments to start the show. It's going to be a spectacle. I expect Brady chants. I expect a roaring crowd to applause and some scattered boos.
Question.
Yep.
Do you think they do a video package for him?
Yeah, because they're also honoring the 20 anniversary of the 01 team that day. So
secondly,
that coincidental?
Secondly,
of course.
Last year he averaged 220 yards. He needs about
280. But where'd you get your information? It's 286 to be exact.
All right, but anyways, so like he could break Breeze's record week 4 in Gillette.
He needs 1,180 yards.
Yeah, and he could do it.
If he averaged what he averaged last year, he's going to break it.
Good. I hope he does it. I hope he has his moment in the sun in New England, and I hope the Bucs lose.
I hope he tears his ACL 1 yard short. Fuck
that
Tom
would
Brady.
be no. Career-ending injury. Career-ending. Like his fucking shoulders just dangling, like he can never throw a football again.
ACL.
Pricks.
That'd be fucking awesome. I would cheer.
Absolute pricks. I hope that he. I hope he has his moment in the sun. The Gillette crowd should have their opportunity. They never got an opportunity to clap him off the field. He threw a pick 6 to end the fucking career in New England. They never got that opportunity. Everybody wants it. You're gonna say the same thing. You're gonna say the same fucking thing.
I don't want it. No.
By the time that game comes on, you're gonna be crying in your goddamn cami pajamas, thinking about all the great times Brady had.
You said Mac
Jones.
Fucking
interrupt me again, Raymond Rambles. You're getting muted. For the love of God, let me say my piece.
Let me drink
Jesus
some liquid
Christ. The Foxborough crowd are going to have their moment at the beginning of the game, and that's it. They're not going to cheer for him throughout the game. You give him a fucking round of applause for 20 years of absolute incredible, the greatest to ever do it. Yes, that's the only way to do it. If you're an asshole about it, then you're an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you are. Miami to start the season. Cam back in Carolina potentially week 9. We haven't really got into the whole Mac Jones thing. Mac Jones beating Tom Brady in week 4 would be the best.
Oh my God,
best scenario there.
Creamsicle City.
What are the notable games? What did you mark down for the notable games on the Patriots schedule or on the NFL schedule? I didn't actually look at the NFL as a whole too much. So
go ahead, Ray.
The Rams against the what the fuck was it? Go ahead, Bill. Oh, all Seahawks. Right. Seahawks, Monday Night Football.
Wait, that's a marquee game? Are you for real?
That's going to probably be a fucking NFC West.
The Seahawks are going to suck.
Oh, I disagree.
I think a marquee game is
last year.
Look at week 1. Dallas versus the Bucs. You're opening.
Dallas sucks.
They're not great, but it's still a marquee game. They're America's team. Dak could technically says he can play today, right? So I mean, that's they loaded up on defense. They still got a potent offense, especially if Dak comes back healthy. You want to talk? That's a marquee game.
Chiefs Bills marquee game.
Yeah, as far Chiefs Packers week 9
depends what if Aaron Rodgers is there. If Aaron Rodgers is there, it's not a marquee game.
They're not going anywhere.
What do you think the bottom of the Patriots, end of the Patriots schedule is going to do for them? So they don't have a bye till week 14. They got, like they do every year, but they got division games to end the season. You got the Bills late. You got Miami late.
You got
Jacksonville late.
You got Bills twice late. Jacksonville's going to suck. That's a layup.
Yeah.
No, just from the division, I think expectations are the Patriots to fight for the division with the Bills. I have no faith in Miami. I never have faith in Miami. Nobody should have faith in Miami, but they are getting credit for whatever reason. So,
went 11-5 last year.
Ginger Trolls only have faith in Miami.
So, those Bills games are going to be huge. They got Bills late Monday Night Football, and then is it a 4-1? They'll probably flex that to whatever they want it to be. But those, I just think those are going to be big games.
Yeah, let's not discredit that Miami game week 18 now, or
18.
It's in Miami.
It's Bills week 18.
No,
it's Miami.
You start with Miami, you finish with Miami. So the Patriots have never played great in Miami. I don't know,
Tom Brady never played
Tom Brady never played great in Miami, but still, I mean, you got 3 teams in the division that are borderline playoff teams, right? I mean, you got the Bills that went to the AFC Championship game. You got the Patriots right now on paper, they're a borderline playoff team, and then Miami went 11-5 last year. So that's a big game, because that could be playoff implications. If you're the Patriots, we expect the Patriots to be fighting for a wild card. We talked about the Raiders.
You expect them to fight for a wild card.
I do.
I expect them to fight. They're going to be AFC East champions.
Because me and Rich aren't homers. We expect them to fight for the wild card.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I expect them to push for the division. I don't expect they'll win, but
it's going to be close.
Not if because Cam Newton, they never fixed the Cam Newton problem.
I will fucking Celtic pride that shit.
Belichick is starting Cam.
I will kidnap Cam Newton
all season. If they're fighting for a wild card, you're not going to see Mac Jones.
No, and if you look at the Patriots depth chart, you guys listen to the radio. They've been talking about the radio all week. They went and looked at it yesterday. You know who's number 3?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones
Should be. We talked about this before. He
hasn't even gone to a training camp.
Bill Belichick is going to treat Mac Jones like he's a piece of shit because he's the number 15 pick overall. He's going to treat Cam Newton like a god because Cam Newton is a weak-souled little boy who needs to be told that he's awesome, because that's what he's been told since he was 17 years old. Bill Belichick is motivating the way he thinks he should motivate. And the Cam Newton thing, yeah, maybe there's something nefarious going on there between not benching him last year, bringing him back this year. I don't know. Handshake deal with the devil, whatever. He came in cheap, whatever the reasoning is. It's going to be the thing that holds them back. It's going to be the thing that derails the season. If the season is derailed, it's all going to be on Cam Newton's shoulders. Hey, I hope he does well. I hope he has a good season. I hope they develop an offense where he can just throw the ball 6 yards to his tight end, and that'll be enough. And they run rickshaw everybody. I hope it works out. I'll be the first person to let him dab on my ass. I said that last year. But where's the fucking where's the data that says that it's going to? Okay, let's run through the schedule. You tell me wins or losses. Ray, Crayon Ledger.
Hold on. Are you gonna do it as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Go
ahead.
Okay, never mind. Week 1, Dolphins at Patriots. Bill?
Win.
Ray?
Win.
Week 2, Patriots at Jets.
Win.
Week 3, Saints at Patriots.
Win.
Week 4, Bucks at Patriots.
Bucks.
Win.
Loss.
Okay.
Week 5, Patriots at Texans.
Win.
Week 6, I'm going to lose track of the weeks. Cowboys at Patriots.
Win.
7, Jets at Patriots.
Win.
Week 8, Patriots at Chargers.
Win.
I'm going to go loss here.
Loss. Week 9, Patriots at Panthers.
Win.
Win.
Week 10, Browns at Patriots.
Loss.
Win.
Okay.
Week, whatever this is.
10.
Sorry. 10. Patriots at Falcons.
Win.
Now that's a short week. That's on Thursday Night Football. I'm gonna go loss here.
It's the Falcons. Win. They're fucking terrible.
Check the early line show for when we shit all over Ray.
Oh yeah. Save this audio because we can replay it back at the show.
Yeah, you've locked yourself in, Ray. You can't change that pick. When we get to the early line
no
show.
matter what the spread is. I don't care if the
fucking
spread is
17.
I hope it's 31 because they're gonna lose by more.
Next week, Titans at Patriots.
Loss.
Win.
Next week, Patriots at Bills.
Loss.
Patriots at Bills.
Patriots at Bills, December
Loss.
6th. Loss. Patriots at Colts.
I'm going win here because their quarterback situation's a little dicey with Carson Wentz. You don't know if he's going to be healthy, so win.
Bills at Patriots.
I'm going loss here because I think Buffalo's going to sweep us.
Win. Splitting with the Bills. Jaguars at Patriots. Win. Last game of the season, Patriots at the Dolphins.
Early, win. Fuck it. Let's roll.
Win. What are the records?
Just keep talking amongst yourselves while I go over.
Okay. He could add well.
It's going to take a little bit. Bill, preseason.
Oh,
Washington at Patriots, week 1.
Win.
Patriots at Eagles, week 2.
Win.
Patriots at Giants, week 3.
I'll give the Giants this one. I'll go loss here.
I'm gonna say they go 0-3. Cam Newton throws for 1,000 interceptions, and Mac Jones gets the start.
God, I would hope.
All right,
so.
I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, what is the Queen's final tally of?
The Queen's final tally is the Patriots will be 12-5 next.
Ooh, I like it.
That's high for the Queen.
That's very high.
What am I?
You are higher than the Queen, 13-4.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you counted that correctly. What are you?
Higher than both of us because he's dumb.
Tied with you, dummy. 13-4.
Why am I the dummy?
I don't know. Bill was talking, so I just heard dummy. Sorry.
When I went through this earlier today, I had him at 11 wins.
Yeah, well, you're at 13, baby.
I have him, yeah.
You have him beating the Dolphins week 1, Jets, Saints, losing to the Bucks, wins against the Texans, Cowboys, Jets, losing to the Chargers, wins against the Panthers, Browns, Falcons, Titans, and then losing to the Bills, wins against the Colts, Bills at Patriots at home, wins against the Jaguars in Miami. So they're 13-4.
Okay.
I think we're all discrediting. We're giving too much credit to Cam Newton. They're going to go.
Oh, my record's for Mac Jones.
9-8.
My record is Mac Jones.
They're going 9-8 with Cam Newton starting all year. That's just what is going to happen.
I was closer to 11 wins. If you think about, they got 7 wins last year with that putrid roster, and Cam
they
Newton
should be better. You spend a half $1 billion.
A couple more wins with one extra game. That's why I got to 11. I fucked that up. It's in the ledger. It's not going anywhere. I get it, but I could see him dropping the Colts game. I could see him dropping the Browns game. I could see him dropping, the second Bills game for sure. Yeah, I could fill in a couple more losses in there. I think 11 wins sounds right.
Yeah,
Vegas has him at 9.5. Take the over on that.
I'm taking the over because I think between 10 and 12 wins. I think that's.
But 12. Do you think that wins the division, Bill?
I haven't looked at Buffalo's schedule because I'd have to look.
Obviously,
at that,
Buffalo's finished first last year, so they're going to play the tougher teams in the other divisions.
Honestly, that doesn't matter to me.
That doesn't matter.
You've seen the Patriots play the fucking toughest schedule in the league for how many fucking years? And
They're the greatest organization in sports. They had Tom Brady.
You cut me off, but I was going to say I get it. They had Tom Brady, but I mean,
you didn't
Buffalo.
You didn't think of that.
You just cut him off.
I'm done.
We are done. We were way over. Red Sox dropped the second game to the Athletics 4-1. We said you cannot lose series, especially against good teams. Bill, what's the score right now?
7-0 Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th or top of the 6th. Right.
Let's see if the bullpen.
Richards looks okay right now.
Garrett Richards. Huh.
Let's see if the bullpen cannot blow this one in Garrett Richards.
Yeah, 7-0, 1 out, bottom of the 5th.
For $10 million, you should be able to throw 5 innings of decent ball. This has been the Simple Minds Sports Show, May 14th, Friday headlines, May 15th. Bye-bye.
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 took a minute for that one to click in.
$10 million. $10 million.
Damn it! I need $10 million.
I just bought some cryptocurrency. If I get $10 million, Bill's sucking my dick.
I don't suck lip.
Kelly's going to be like, do you want to pay off some loans? You want to go buy a vacation house? No. I already know what I'm doing with this money.
Pay off some loans with 10. How big are your fucking loans?
Well, pay off the house, pay off all of our
I just
debt.
got $10 million. You want to pay off some loans?
No. Bill's going to be sucking my dick.
I got like $4,000 in credit card debt. I got
It's
$10
gone.
million.
You ever see that Family Guy episode? Yeah, you just got $10 million. And it's gone.
Done.